Good morning. Um, Welcome to Thursday, and we are in November. And in this class, I'm taking one of the books we're reading is Happy for No Reason. And one of the things that Marcy brings up in the book is that often we think about having to be happy before we feel gratitude. But the fact is that when we feel gratitude, it brings more happiness to our life. And so, as we're coming into Thanksgiving, it's a perfect time to come back to that. So, take a moment on your mat, take a few deep grounding breaths, letting your forehead soften, letting the jaw relax, letting the shoulders roll down your back, and bring to mind one person in your life who right now you are truly grateful for. And just take a couple breaths, just feeling their love and your love for them and your gratitude for having them in your life. And then on your next inhale, draw the chest forward, draw the shoulder blades together, lift your gaze a little. And as you exhale, round and tuck the chin into the chest, flowing back and forth. And I should also acknowledge Karen too. Thank you for joining us. I'm so glad you're here, Karen. And you can go at your own pace, fast or slow, just opening up the heart center. And then as you come forward, circle around one direction. And then next time you come forward, circle the other way. You can make your circles as big or small. This feels good. Inhaling as you come forward, exhaling as you go back. And then come up to center, bring your hands out to your sides. And on your inhale, reach up high. And as you exhale, twist to the right, look over your right shoulder. Inhale, reach up. Exhale and twist to the left. And for those of you who are new, I try to mirror you. Inhale up. And sometimes it works great. And occasionally I get us all confused. Exhale to the right. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, twist left. Inhale and reach. Exhale, twist. Inhale, reach up. Exhale and twist. Inhale, reach tall. Exhale, take your right hand down, stretch long through the left side body, trying to stack the shoulders. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, come over to the left. Inhale, reach up and exhale over. Inhale, reach up and exhale over. One more time each side. Inhale up and exhale. Inhale up and exhale. Inhale up and then find your K27 points by taking your first two fingers, finding your collarbones, drawing them to where your collarbones come to the end at the base of the throat, and slide them down about 1 inch to that hollow between the collarbone and the next rib. And tap here. You decide how firm or fast to tap, and breathe in through your nose, exhale out your mouth. This is K27. K27 is the end point of the kidney meridian, and it helps to get the energy moving in all the meridians in a positive and forward direction. Great thing to do in the morning, but great thing to do anytime you need to kind of like refresh your energy and get things moving. Like that early afternoon slump. You're exhaling out the mouth. On your next exhale, shake off the hands. And then bring one hand to the sternum, tapping here. Same breath in through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. This is thymus. Thymus helps to build our immune system, get our T cells building up, focusing on what doesn't belong in the body. Great place to tap if you're feeling a cold coming on. And it's also a great way to kind of wake up the heart chakra. The end of your next exhale, shake off the hands and bring the hands to the sides of the ribs, tapping here. And you can go up and down the side of the rib cage. You can also go all around that triangle under the breast. If you feel a interesting spot, just spend a little moment there. This is the end of the spleen meridian, and spleen helps us to assimilate all the things that enter the body physically and energetically. The end of that exhale, shake it off, and then bring 2 fingers to the cheekbones, right under the eyes, tapping here. Let your belly really soften, let the sit bones get heavy. This is the beginning of the stomach meridian, and stomach helps us to feel grounded and stable. Stomach meridian is all about nurturing ourselves. So staying with the same breath, exhaling out the mouth, and then take your fingers and gently tap all the way around the eye socket and up over the brow, and then back down around again. And then shake off the hands. Bring the hands onto the knees and come to tapping. Same hand to same knee, staying with exhaling out the mouth. In energy medicine yoga, we consider the exhale as a way to release negative energy. So brush off the hands like you're brushing off dirt, and then cross it over to the opposite knee, getting the different hemispheres of the brain talking to the different sides of the body. And shake it off. Bring the hands in front of the pubic bone, sit up tall, and set the intention to focus on gratitude. And then inhale, draw the hands up the body, and exhale, spread them out. 2 more breaths that way, drawing up the energy up through the chakras, spreading it out into your aura. We call that the zip up. And then bring 1 finger on the belly button, 1 on the third eye. Gently press in and slightly up. 3 breaths here. Connecting that energy and that intention between your central and governing meridians. And then release the hands. Bring the hands onto the shoulders now. Sit up tall. And on your inhale, turn to the left. And on your exhale, turn to the right. We're going to wake up the heart chakra here in Kundalini, doing exercises that involve the arms and the torso, are focusing on the heart chakra. So inhaling left, exhaling right. And for this, use Ujjayi breath. So in and out the nose, kind of open up the back of the throat and kind of making that kind of Darth Vader sound almost on the exhale. And you go at whatever pace feels good for you. You can do it nice and slow, or you can speed it up if you really want to energize yourself this morning. Stay with it a little longer. And then come to center. Keep the hands here. Inhale, reach through the crown of the head. Hold the breath. Exhale, release. Keep the arms there. 1 more big breath in. Reach up through the crown of the head. And then exhale, shake it out. And then come to the middle of your mat and lengthen out the legs. Bring the hands behind you under the shoulders. If your fingers can point towards your bottom, do that. If not, if you need to turn them out, that's fine. Point the toes, press into the mat, lift your belly up to the sky, look up at the ceiling, take a big breath in. And then exhale, lower the hips, flex the feet, pointing the toes to the ceiling. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, hinge forward, leading with the belly button. Keep tall in the spine. Inhale up. Point the toes as you exhale, bring the hands down on the mat. And then inhale, lift the belly up, look up at the ceiling. Feel the rib cage expand as you take that inhale, and exhale, lower the hips, flex the feet. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hinge forward. Only go to the point that feels a comfortable stretch. Inhale up, exhale, hands on the mat, point the toes, press into the mat. Inhale, lift up, look up at the ceiling. Exhale, lower down, flex the feet. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hinge forward. Inhale up. Exhale, hands on the mat, point the toes, press into the mat, lift up here, draw the shoulder blades together, lengthen through the crown of the head, keep your gaze looking at the ceiling. Take a couple big breaths here, feel the rib cage expand. Try to hold, really press into the heels, lifting the hips. And then on your next exhale, lower down, flex the feet, inhale, reach up. Exhale, hinge forward. And if your low back is kind of talking to you, just lengthen up more through the crown of the head. If it feels okay for you to fold forward, feel free to do that, but just honor what your body is asking for today. Draw the toes back towards you a little bit to feel some more opening in the lower legs. And then inhale and come up. Bend your knees. Hold on to the backs of the knees. Roll the shoulders down your back. Tone your belly. Come up onto your toes. See if you can bring your feet off the mat and find your balance. You can stay right here, or if you want to try to release the hands, you can do that. Really tone the belly, reach through the crown of the head. If you start to lose the integrity of the low back, lower the feet or hold on with your hands. If it's in your practice to lengthen legs, go right ahead and do that. Know that we're all vibrating together. Raise your cheekbones and smile. You're taking time to take care of you today. And it's hard, it's okay. Hang in there. And then bring the soles of the feet together. Inhale tall, exhale, hinge forward. Take a big breath in and lengthen through the crown of the head, and exhale. Let yourself soften. See if you can soften into the hips. And then inhale, come back up, bring the knees together, tone the belly, roll the shoulders down your back, come up onto your toes, bring the feet off the mat. Find that balance, and if you're ready for it, release the hands. You decide if you keep the legs bent or the toes down or straighten the legs. Keep breathing here. Try to draw the shoulders away from the ears. Really stretch your head up to the ceiling. You probably can't see, but I'm definitely vibrating here, shaking, holding, strengthening that core. Release and bring the soles of the feet together. Inhale tall. Exhale, hinge forward. And then inhale, come on up and roll over onto your hands and knees. Have your hands right under the shoulders and the creases of your wrists facing forward and the knees under the hips. Inhale, lengthen the spine. As you exhale, circle the hips and do a few hip circles. You can do them big or small. I encourage you to close your eyes and just feel into the body. Notice how all the joints get a little bit of movement. And then as you come up, reverse that circling. And then inhale to center, tuck your toes under and press back into downward dog. Bend your knees some, let the neck relax. You're gazing at your shins. Ground down the hands, draw the shoulders away from the ears, lifting the sit bones high in your downward dog. Take a couple big breaths here. Feel free to exhale out the mouth or the nose, whatever feels best. And then walk your hands forward. Ground down your feet and inhale to a flat back, lengthen, getting your spine parallel to the floor. Exhale and fold. And inhale, trace up spleen. So bring your first two fingers to the inside of the big toes, draw them along the inner foot to the ankle bone, up the inner aspect of the leg to the hip point, up over the armpit crease, and back down to that spleen point. Inhale, arms up, and exhale, forward fold. Weave the hands down. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale and fold. Inhale, step the right leg back into a lunge. Keep your hands here on the mat. If you have a block or some books or something, if you could put them under this right hand if you need, take the left hand up. Roll the shoulders down your back, opening up here. And roll out that wrist, that left wrist. Circle it around. And then circle it the other way and flick the fingers one at a time. We're going to do the energy medicine yoga vinyasa. And then as you exhale, take your whole hand, arm down, and inhale, draw it up. Nice big circles. Exhaling down, inhale it up. Do that one more time. And then as you bring that arm up over your shoulder, exhale, weave it down like you're washing a window. Bring your forearm onto your thigh and spin your back foot parallel to the back of the mat. So now you're stacking your shoulders and you're going to reach that right hand long towards the front of your mat and turn your palm up to the ceiling as best you can. Imagine you're holding a plate here. And then as you exhale, circle the arm back behind you and bring it forward. And then just flip the hand around as it comes forward. In energy medicine, yoga, when we are doing things like this with our hands, we're kind of smoothing out our aura. Bring the hand back behind you, lift your gaze up to the ceiling, take in a big breath, and then flick each finger on that right hand off your thumb and flick them all a few times. And then weave that hand back down to the mat. Bring both hands on the mat and step to a tabletop position. And then as you inhale, let your belly drop, lift your gaze. Feel free to bend your elbows and exhale, round and tuck the chin into the chest. And flow with your own breath. So you're arching your back kind of like an angry cat. And then inhale, come to a neutral spine, flat back. And as you exhale, press back to child's pose and let your head bow down and drop Mula Bandha, the root lock or your pelvic floor, kind of doing like a Kegel, squeezing a little bit. And then inhale, come up to your tabletop. Lengthen the spine and exhale, press back to child's pose. Drop that root lock each time you go into child's pose. Inhale, come up. Exhale back. Inhale up. Exhale back. Inhale up. Exhale back. Inhale, come up to table. Tuck your toes and press back to your downward dog again. So you're trying to create a long line from your wrists, shoulders through the hips. On your next inhale, just shift the hands forward to a plank, top of a push-up. And exhale, press it back to downward dog. Inhale, come forward. Exhale back, downward dog. Inhale forward to the top of push-up. Feel free to lower your knees here if you need to. And then exhale back to downward dog. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. From here, keep the elbows in, lower knees, chin, chest, or lower through chaturanga, lowering your torso down to the mat. Bring your forehead on the mat, hands under the shoulders, elbows in. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. Tone the belly so you lengthen the tailbone towards the feet. And then inhale, lift the head and shoulders off the mat, baby cobra. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale and lower. Inhale up. Exhale, lower. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale, rise up. Exhale. Now stack your hands and bring your forehead on the back of your hands. Let the shoulders and neck soften. Exhale out your mouth and rock your hips out here. Soothing triple warmer, our fight or flight response. And then bring the hands under your shoulders, tuck your toes, and press back to downward dog. Feel free to go through table and then up into your downward dog. And then inhale, lift the right leg, and exhale, shift the shoulders forward and step that foot forward. And then just adjust yourself. Come into, excuse me, I did the wrong leg. Bring that right foot forward and come into that lunge again. This time, keep the left hand on the mat. Raise the right hand up. Draw the shoulders open here and lengthen. Try to bring the crown of the head in line with the spine. Circle the top hand, just rolling out the wrist. Roll it the other way, and then flick each finger. Flick them all. And then as you exhale, circle the hand down and around, inhaling up. Why do we flick our fingers in energy medicine yoga? Because it's stimulating the end and beginning points of different meridians. As you bring that hand up over your shoulder, pause, and then weave the hand down like you're washing a window. Bring the forearm onto your thigh. Spin your back foot parallel to the back of the mat, and then stack your shoulders. Reach long through the left side. Press into your left foot, reach through the hand, turn that left palm up. And then as you exhale, try to circle your arm back behind you and inhale it forward. Breathing here, just doing it as best you can. It can feel a little awkward to do this movement. And then bring that hand back behind you, palm up to the ceiling, turn your gaze up to the ceiling, take a big breath here, and flick each finger on that left hand one time. Flick them all. And then exhale, weave the hand down onto the mat and step to your tabletop once more. Let your belly drop, lift your gaze, feel free to bend the elbows and exhale around and flow at your own pace with your cat-cow. Just notice the articulation of the spine without judgment. If it's feeling a little sticky or creaky, see if you can make that movement a little more fluid. And while we're here talking about gratitude, have a little gratitude for this amazing body that can move in all these different ways. And then inhale, come to a flat back. And as you exhale, press back to child's pose. Drop the Mula Bandha, the root lock. Squeezing the pelvic floor. And then inhale, rise up to table. Exhale back. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. You hear a cracking or clicking, it's just this lovely, wonderful right knee of mine that is so awesome and clicky and loud. Inhale to a table, tuck your toes and press your hips back into your downward dog. Inhale, come forward to a plank, top of a push-up. Exhale, press it back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale forward. And exhale. One more time. Inhale forward. And then as you exhale, either knees, chin, chest, or through chaturanga. Lower your body to the mat. Bring your forehead on the mat. Draw the elbows in, shoulders away from the ears. Tone the belly and think of lengthening your tailbone towards the toes. You're kind of pressing the pubic bone into the mat. Inhale, rise up, baby cobra. Head and shoulders come off the mat. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale. You're only lifting to a point where you feel a comfortable stretch. Inhale up. Exhale, lower down. Stack the hands. This time, turn the top palm up. Cradle your forehead in your palm. Exhale out the mouth, rock out the hips. And then bring the hands under the shoulders, tuck the toes, press back into downward dog. Take a breath here, and then walk your feet forward. Come into a forward fold and bend your knees as much as you need to be comfortable here. Bring your hands behind your back and clasp them with your palms facing away. And circle your low back in a counterclockwise direction. Breathing here, just kind of giving yourself a little love. And then circle, bring that circling up your back as far as you can comfortably reach. And then back down again. And then take the hands away from the bottom and see if you can extend the elbows, bringing the hands over the shoulders. You could also use a strap here if this is, or a towel or something.
Take a big breath in and a big breath out, trying to let the spine relax. And again, if your low back is unhappy, bend the knees more. It'll help release the back. Return the hands to the low back, switch the grip so the opposite finger is on top, and then bring the circling into a clockwise direction. And bring that circling up the spine. And as far as you can comfortably reach, and back down. And then see if you can extend the hands over the shoulders again. Let the neck relax. Take a breath. Big breath out. Bring the hands to the low back. Bend the knees and lift the torso, coming into a chair position. Bring the hands to the hip creases and flip them a few times. And then as you inhale, draw the hands up. Cup the mouth. Make 3 audible exhales like you're fogging a mirror. Hold the mouth open. And then take the fingers, trace them over the ears, bring them down onto the heart center. Just bow your chin, just checking in with your energy. Come back to thinking about that person you brought to mind that you're so grateful for right now. Send them another little breath of gratitude. And then inhale the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, step the right leg back into a lunge and ground down the feet and rise up. Find your high lunge. So you're on the ball of the back foot and your whole left foot is planted and your left knee is right over the ankle. Square the torso up to the mat. Raise your hands up. And then inhale, lengthen the front leg and exhale, bend into the knee. Lower the hands and inhale up. So again, the arms are connected to the heart chakra. So bringing them into the practice with movement can help to really awaken the heart. Think of taking some nice deep breaths. You decide if you want the breath to be in and out the nose or in and out the mouth. Inhale, reach up, bend the front knee and spin your back foot parallel to the back of the mat and find your warrior two. So warrior two is lining up the arch of the back foot with the heel of the front foot and bending into the front knee. Make sure that your knee is over the ankle, not in front of the toes. If it wants to go in front of the toes, widen your stance. Make sure that you can see the big toe to the inside of the knee. Stretch your arms out here. Roll your shoulders down your back. Check that your back hand is over your back leg. Feel into your strength and your power and your warrior. Ground the feet down and draw them towards each other. And then take your right hand on your back leg. Lift the left hand up. Look up at your palm. Take a couple nice big breaths here. And then exhale and pinwheel the hands down onto the mat and step your foot back to your downward dog. Take a breath here. Inhale forward to a plank and then exhale to the mat. Tone the belly. Inhale, rise up, baby cobra. And exhale, push back to your downward dog. Inhale, lift the right leg and exhale, step it forward. The trick is to shift the shoulders forward at the same time. And then inhale, bring the left foot forward or walk the feet forward. Exhale and fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. And then trace up spleen. Fingers to the inside of the big toes. Draw them along the foot to the ankle bone, up the inner aspect of the leg to the hip point, up over the armpit crease, back to that spleen point. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale and step the left foot back into a lunge. Ground down the feet and then rise up. Feel free to use that knee in front to help you if you need. And come onto the ball of the foot and back. Square the hips up. Ground the feet down and draw them together. Reach up with the arms. As you inhale, lengthen the front leg. Exhale, bend into the knee. And make sure that as you're bending into the knee, that knee is staying behind the toes, over the ankle. Widen the stance if it wants to go in front.
And again, going at your own pace, whatever feels good for you. And then inhale up, exhale, spin your back foot parallel to the back of the mat, bend into the right knee, line up, make an imaginary line from the heel and the arch. Roll the shoulders down your back. Think of toning the belly, lengthening the spine. Feel into your power, your strength, your awesomeness. Draw the feet towards each other. Breathing here and imagine like from your heart, all your love, gratitude to that person is just sending out through your arms, through your fingers. And then take your left hand on your back leg, reach up with your right hand, look up at your palm, draw the collarbones open. Nice big breaths into the heart center. And then inhale up and pinwheel the hands down onto the mat and step down to your downward dog. Take a breath here. Inhale forward to a plank and exhale lower to the mat. Inhale, rise up, baby cobra. This time, press back to your child's pose. Take a big breath here. Feel the back body expand. Take one more nice big deep breath. Feel the belly press on the thighs. And then come on up to sitting on your mat. And bring your legs out in front of you. Flex the feet. Inhale, reach up, and exhale, hinge forward. Just notice if there's a little more length here for you. Inhale and come up, bend the right knee, and you can leave it right here. You can cross it over, keeping this foot flexed. Or if you want, you can tuck it under your hip. If your hips are relatively level in this position, it's fine. Hug the knee in, lengthen up through the crown of the head. Imagine your spine like a little pole. And as you exhale, take the left arm, wrap it around your knee, take the right hand behind you, press into the mat with that right hand to lengthen up on the next inhale. And then as you exhale, just gently explore where you might be able to open up more in the twist without discomfort, but just all the way from the tailbone all the way up to the crown of the head. Where might there be a little more opening? And then come to notice your breath. Your belly is probably pressing against your thigh, massaging your organs. And then exhale and release to a little counter twist. And then lengthen out the legs. Bend the left knee, and again, you can keep the foot right here, keeping that right foot flexed, or you can cross it over, or you can tuck the foot under, whatever feels best. Hug the knee in, lengthen up through the spine. Exhale, take the right arm around the left knee, take the left hand behind you, lengthen up, and exhale, explore where you can open. Maybe it's the shoulder, maybe the chin turns a little more, maybe it comes from low in the belly, only twisting to a point of comfort. And then exhale and release a little counter twist. And then come onto your back and bend your knees, bring your arms out to your sides. Inhale, lengthen the spine. As you exhale, let the knees fold over to the right, turn your gaze to the left. And then as your breath comes in, come through center and exhale the opposite direction. And windshield wiper back and forth a few times. And maybe try pressing into the top foot and lengthening the knee away from the hip. Just get a little more stretch there if that feels good for you. And then come to center, hug the knees into the chest, draw the chin up to the knees, and then lay your body along on your mat. Squeeze your hands, feet, arms, legs, buttocks, belly, face, chest, everything, and then give it a little shake out and a big breath in and a big sigh, and then just adjust yourself so you feel comfortable on your mat. Close your eyes and just come to noticing the sensation of your breath and noticing the energy in your body. Allow yourself to bask in that positive energy and that vibration. Do a little body scan. Notice if anything is holding on and invite it to relax and soften. Relax the jaw. And then feel free to stay here in your Shavasana if you like, or you can let the breath lengthen and wiggle the fingers and toes and stretch your arms long overhead in a full body stretch, flexing the hands and feet. And then roll over to your right side, use your arm like a pillow, draw the knees up, take a couple breaths here. And then when you're ready, slowly come on up to a seated position with your eyes closed. As you come up to your seat, bring your hands to your heart center in prayer position and gently bow your head. Again, sending gratitude to that person in your life who you are so grateful for, and also honoring yourself for taking this time to take care of you. The light in me bows to the light in you. Namaste. Thank you for joining me today. And if you have to head off on your day and get off to work, I wish you a lovely day. And if you have a few moments to stay in meditation with me, I invite you to do that. Um, find a comfortable seat. You may want to put some padding under your bottom. If you're, it's chilly up in my room, so I'm going to throw my sweatshirt back on. So finding a comfortable seat and bring your hands to your heart center. And I'm stuck here and got a knot in my sleeve. Can't get my hand through. Oh goodness, there we go. Okay. Bring your hands to your heart center and let your thumbs touch your sternum. And then take a breath in, and on your exhale, let your shoulders soften. Gently close your eyes. Let the forehead relax, the jaw relax. And see if you can, just as you slow the breath, connect to your heartbeat. And whether you can feel the heartbeat or not, just imagine that heartbeat as rippling out, the vibration going out through your hands and rippling around you like a drop of water in a pond. And sending out that love and gratitude to that special person in your life. And then bring to mind the people in your close circle, your immediate family, or maybe there's some friends that you count that way too. And imagine your ripples from your heart spreading out to them. And just let your breath come to a comfortable pace. And then widen that circle of your loved ones to expand to maybe extended family and other close friends. And just imagine these ripples going out. With each beat of the heart or each breath, the ripples just send out that love and gratitude. And then extend it out to other friends and acquaintances, people maybe you don't see as often, but you still enjoy their company. Send it out. Maybe coworkers or former coworkers. Now extend that to the people that maybe you see kind of on a somewhat regular basis, weekly basis, like the people who work in the stores, the clerks, the people who clear our roads when we get snow, who do the road work for us. Just sending it out to all the people who make our lives easier and we don't even see their work. Let the belly relax as you're doing this. And let the breath just flow comfortably. And now expand that out to people that you may never even see, who run our power companies and do all the infrastructure that makes our society flow. And let those ripples expand out, way out past your circle, to all the people in the world who maybe are suffering, are enduring violence and trauma. And let those ripples spread out to them. Bring to mind people who maybe are near in your community or far in your community who are suffering from addiction. Send them love. Send them hope. And if there's someone in your life right now who is hard to love, send them, let those ripples go out to them, bring them to mind. And then bring your attention back to your own heart center and feel gratitude and unconditional love for yourself, for showing up today, taking the time to do your practice, taking a few extra minutes to do a meditation, honoring that and honoring your light and knowing that the world needs your light, your love, and your awesomeness. Take a moment to make a wish for yourself today. Take in a deep breath and hold the breath for a moment. And then as you exhale, reach the hands up to the sky. Gently tilt your face up to the sky, sending that wish out to the universe. Raise your cheekbones in a smile and slowly flutter open the eyes. Take in a big breath here. This is called human touching divine. Draw in that energy from the universe down into your heart center. And then as you exhale, bring the hands back to heart center. The light in me bows to the light in you. Namaste. And thank you for sending out all those vibrations of love today and for showing up.
Namaste.
Thank you. I hope you all have a wonderful day. So good to have you all here.
That's great. Thank you, Dion.
You're so welcome.
Thanks,
Gail,
Dee.
how was your recovery going?
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, I just have clicking in my shoulder, but I think it's always going to be there. It doesn't hurt. It's just, I was talking to my chiropractor. He just said it's something, like you had trauma there. Like when I raise my arm, I hear clicking. Like you said, you have clicking in your knee.
Yeah.
I've got it in my shoulder, like both shoulders, like.
I'm just hoping it doesn't turn into arthritis like 10 years from now or something. But no,
Yeah.
Just
it's doing really well.
stay in the positive vibration of it, that it's all good. And when my knee clicks, I send a little prayer to the people who donated tissue for my cadaver tendons. And I'm just like, oh, thank you. You're talking to me. Yep,
No,
you're there.
I'm getting stronger. Like instead of doing the downward dog to the regular plank, I just held an elbow plank the whole time. So, that's
Perfect.
definitely getting stronger. But thank you for
Excellent.
asking, Denise.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And retirement?
No, I'm working part-time 3 days a
Oh,
week at the local co-op.
okay.
And
Wonderful.
I'm as a cashier and I'm getting like 20% off all my groceries. I run into a lot of people I know, and I was talking with Beyond, like standing all day has, been a challenge, but I'm doing yoga stretches. I'm, doing the foot massage, and I'm doing really well with it. Cause I do 2 days back to back, 2 nights back to back, and then 1 day. So I have like 3 days
Okay.
off now.
All right.
Nice. Nice. But no stress from school.
No, like I told them, there long lines at register don't stress me out at all.
Mhm. Well, and I'm sure
Wonderful.
everybody loves you because you're just like fun and
Yeah, I
bubbly
keep
and
running into
open.
people I know, and they're like, "Oh, this is great, you're doing this," and blah blah blah. So yeah,
Yeah.
well, it's extra
Excellent.
cash, which doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. That's
And
Yeah.
it's kind
great.
of a
That's great.
stress-free job. That's great. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, take care. Stay warm, everybody.
Yes, yes.
Yes, stay warm.
Yes, Naomi, so glad to have you here
Oh,
today, and
welcome.
Karen
You're
and
gonna love this
Carrie.
class. I hate
Yeah.
to miss it Tuesday because I took Monday off, so I had to work Tuesday. So
Yeah.
It happens.
All right.
Karen and Carrie, how did it feel for you today? I'm curious.
Wonderful.
Oh, good. I'm so
Wonderful.
glad.
Karen, I didn't see you here, girl.
Hi, honey.
And welcome, Carrie.
Thanks. This was
Yay.
amazing.
Yeah. How was it, Carrie? How did it feel for you?
I feel a lot more flexible than I did when I started, and I like how fluid you are with there's no pausing. It's all fluid. You're very amazing teacher. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. I love it. I like the movement. The movement really helps me, as Jody would say, get into my body. And it's funny because sometimes you may notice, maybe you can't see, but I often start closing my eyes and I'm like, oh, I'm teaching. I have to pay attention because I get so like into the feel of what I'm doing. So, but that's my hope for everybody else too. So feel free to close your eyes if you ever want to. But you ladies all have a wonderful day, and I look forward to seeing you again on
Thank you very
Tuesday.
much.
Have a great day.
Yeah,
everyone.
you're so welcome. I'm so glad you're here, Karen. Take care, Linda. Bye-bye.